Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also a short trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Let's start by having a quick recap of the previous video where we looked at ticker symbol APXT and an upcoming merger with AvePoint. We looked at the strike price and also a price target for that, so please refer back to that video for more detail of APXT. In today's video we're going to be looking at two stocks. First stock is ticker symbol LKCO, where there have been some developments in there, important developments in terms of breaking news, and also an update on ticker symbol VTNR. So we're going to start by first of all having a look at Luokung Technology, and let's start by having a look at the 5-day chart. So if we have a look at this 5-day chart, we can see at the beginning of the week the ticker symbol LKCO was trading just below $1.60. There was a gradual movement up to around $1.70, and then from 9th of June onwards we could see that it was trending downwards, reaching a low on 10th of June around $1.50. Then quite sharply after that, a very solid momentum upwards, at one point going in excess of $1.80. Then a sharp dip down, touching $1.69 at 12 p.m. Friday 11th of June, closing at $1.77 with a little bit of recovery, and over the week it was up a very healthy 12.74% up. So overall an excellent week for LKCO. Many users have also commented on the long history of ticker symbol LKCO. At one point it was trading over $44. So let's have a look at the 5-year chart here, where we can see in 2019, the 11th of January 2019, it did at one point reach a price of $44. What you will see also from the chart, that this was for a very short period of time, and it soon came crashing down. So this is an excellent example here, showing the risks of trading on the stock market. Certainly anybody who managed to sell at $44 would have made a tremendous return, but the opposite of that is anybody who managed to buy anywhere in excess of $10, and certainly anybody who bought at around about $44 would have had huge losses. So that illustrates perfectly the risks of trading on the stock market. Right now we can see it's consolidating around $1.77 close of play on Friday. So very considerably down from that high of 2019. In terms of it going back to that, there has been some good news this week, which I'm going to share with you shortly, but I certainly don't see it reaching $44 within the next 2 to 3 years, but still huge potential for growth in this stock. Let's now proceed to look at some of the positive developments that we've had with regard to ticker symbol LKCO. So the next thing I'd like to share with you is a screen grab here from pacermonitor.com, and the headline there on Friday the 11th of June 2021, number 37, is stipulation of dismissal by Raymond Weeman with regards to Luokung Technology. So let's have a look at what this means. Okay, so if you see on the screen here, we can see a stipulation of dismissal without prejudice from the United States Court in the District of Columbia. So it's Luokung Technology versus the US Department of Defense. So the good news here is obviously the case has been dismissed without prejudice on the 11th of June 2021. So that is excellent news that was announced on Friday, and now we're going to look at the potential for this stock going forward from Monday. So before we look at the latest technical analysis for ticker symbol LKCO, one other thing I'd like to add on in terms of good news for this stock is that it will be added back onto the FTSE Russell Index on June the 21st. So good news there. Going forward in terms of a price prediction, I'm going to add that on shortly as well. So let's move on now to look at the technical rating. So if we look at the technical rating here, top left hand side, we can see the latest technical rating that will show now that this has increased. So it's increased to a maximum rating of 10. So that is excellent news for the stock. So if you look at the top left hand side, the technical rating is now 10 out of 10, and that is due to consistent performance in the short and longer term time frames. And obviously it's already compared to the overall market, so it's showing a nice and steady performance. Both short and long term trends are strong, and that's a very positive sign. Looking at the yearly performance, LKCO is now doing better than 95% of other stocks. It's showing a nice pattern of consistently rising share price. It's also part of the computer programming, data processing and other computer related service industry. 381 stocks in that sector, and LKCO is outperforming 94% of them. So let's have a look at the chart in the middle in terms of support and resistance. The latest indications on this is that resistance is around $1.80, support is around $1.27. If we look at the far right hand side now, in terms of setup analysis, that's a score of 3. So what that is basically saying, although we have an excellent technical rating, it's not right now showing a good setup in terms of an entry price. So let's have a look at the potential for this stock this week and also a price target. Okay, so in terms of price target, we can see on the day it was on Friday it was up just in excess of 1.64%. On the week it was up 21.6%. So that's good news as well. On the month, it's also up well in excess of 52%. So in terms of price target for this week, I certainly do expect this stock to break the $2 mark. And long term, within the next month, I certainly think there's a good chance that this could be touching close to $3. So very, very bullish prediction there. Long term, I have also added price predictions for this stock. So please refer back to the previous video for that as well. The next stock analysis is for Vertex Energy, ticker symbol VTNR. This is also trading on the Nasdaq, and this is a stock that I did carry out a detailed due diligence video for, so please refer back to that in the previous video. However, let's start by looking at the 5-day performance for ticker symbol VTNR. So if we have a look at the 5-day chart here on the screen, you'll be able to see that over the week this was down in excess of 10%. At $7.97 at the start of the week. It was trading just below $9, and then around 10th of June it went below $8. After that, sharply going up again, touching in excess of $9 on the 10th of June. However, we saw a very sharp decline downwards from the 11th of June, closing at $7.97. So that's just a little bit of a sell-off. It's a correction, and it's a healthy pullback there. So going forward, there has been good news for this stock, which I announced in the previous video. But let's now have a look at the 1-month chart. So if we have a look at the screen here, and we can see the 1-month chart. So over the previous month, anybody who has held this for the previous month would have had a calculated return there. We can see on the screen of in excess of 477%, which is outstanding. So at one time it was trading below $2. Then we did have some excellent news on this stock, which was again revealed in the previous video. So please refer back to that for the breaking news on this stock. Going forward right now, the momentum is strong. However, there is a little bit of a healthy pullback. And going forward, I think we're going to look at technical rating and analysis of this stock now in terms of a buy price. Before we get onto the technical analysis, one other thing that I just want to add in before we do that is some breaking news on this. And there's a headline here from Axis Wire dated June the 9th, 2021. And the headline here, which is a strong headline, and that is Vertex Energy is to join the Russell Microcap Index. So what does that mean? Let's have a look at the details of this article. Okay, so what we can see here is that the company is a leading refiner, specialty refiner and marketer of high purity refined products, announcing that it is to join the Russell Microcap Index at the conclusion of the 2021 Russell Index reconstitution, effective after the US markets opens on June the 28th. So the key date for your diary there is June the 28th. So what that basically means is membership is in place for 1 year. It means automatic inclusion in the appropriate growth and value style indexes. In addition, what we can also see here is that these indexes are widely used by investment managers, institutional investors, for index funds and benchmarks, giving long-term potential growth for the stock. In terms of the amount, we're looking at $10.6 trillion in assets has been benchmarked for the Russell US indexes, and Russell indexes are part of the FTSE Russell, a leading global index provider. So good news overall for this stock. So let's have a quick look at the growth analysis for this stock. We can see the growth rate overall score rating is as a 5 on the left. So let's have a look at some of the positive headlines here. That in terms of earnings per share, this is expected to grow by 290.81% on average over the next 5 years. So that's an excellent figure there. Based on estimates for the next 5 years, VTNR is also expected to show a very strong growth in revenue, around about 12% on average per year. So good figures there. The revenue growth is accelerating in the next 5 years in terms of growth, and it's expected to be better. So obviously what this company is demonstrating is very, very strong figures in terms of growth. The revenue has decreased by around about 2% in the previous year, but in terms of what we've seen in the breaking news, I certainly expect revenue to shoot back up. So in terms of the 5 years, there has been a decrease in revenue, but going forward, in terms of the breaking news that we've had, the potential for this stock now is huge. We're going to finish off now by looking at an analyst rating here. So the overall buy consensus is 87%, which is excellent. So VTNR was analysed by 3 analysts, and the buy percentage consensus is 87%. So that obviously that indicates that analysts are very, very confident about this stock. So in the last month, the buy percentage has increased by 14 points. So the trust of analysts is certainly improving. So we have two analysts have given it a strong buy. One analyst has given the stock a hold signal. So overall, positive indication in terms of a buy consensus. Let's now look at a possible strike price for this stock. We know that at one point it reached a price just in excess of $10 on the 1st of June. Right now it has had a bit of a pullback. On the Friday it was down in excess of 9.45%, and on the week it was down 9%. However, on the month we know this stock is up well in excess of 489%. So in terms of an entry right now, I think the stock is showing lots of volatility. In terms of the close price, which was $7.97, if you to put this on your watch list, I would certainly look for another pullback. So if you can catch this stock anywhere below $7.60, I think that would be a good entry point going forward. So consider this as an entry, $7.60. It's now time for lesson of the day, and we're going to continue with our series on chart analysis. What I'd like to focus on today is a reminder of why stock chart patterns are important. Certainly with any investments that you make, it's very important to always monitor the charts and the trends and the patterns that you can see and observe. In the previous video, what I did share was that there was a formation of a cup and handle in ticker symbol APXT, and that was combined with potential upcoming good news. So that was one of the reasons why I chose to reinvest in that stock. So please refer back to the previous video there. So let's have a look at the second paragraph here in terms of why stock chart patterns are important. So obviously these patterns in terms of the way they move can give you help and give you a competitive advantage in the markets, just as volume support and resistance can. So when we're looking at RSI and Fibonacci retracements, these can help to improve your technical analysis rating. Stock chart patterns can also contribute to identifying trend reversals and continuations. So we've seen that with the head and shoulders and other chart analysis videos in the previous lessons. So please refer back to them as well. We will be continuing with some more chart analysis further on. So thank you very much for joining me, and please stay tuned.